Hello, so today is another in the Staying Busy While Stuck at Home series. And for today, I thought I would talk about what I personally remember from the way Barry Harris teaches approaches to playing over rhythm changes. And, I never really could play rhythm until I came to Barry class, and he's just got a knack for going right to the one thing that'll open up the whole song. And in the case of rhythm, it's measures 5 and 6. Okay, so it's that part which can go one of two ways. So rhythm starts with two turnarounds, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 3 being the same as 1. And then this part. So you can do two things. You can go up, the tonic over the third, the fourth, and then the sharp 4 diminished, and then the tonic over the fifth, right? And the other way is to use the 4 minor, where you would come down and you would go 1 tonic, the 1 dominant over its 7th, the 4 over the 3rd, and then the 4 minor. So you can go or, right? So for example, I got rhythm, I got music, I got my friends who can ask for anything more. Or I got rhythm, I got music, I got my friends who can ask for. I think that's the original actually. But so the way the scale outline goes, both of those will work if you play a B flat 7 up to an E flat 7 up. And it looks like this in both cases. Here it is going the other way. So this 1 dominant to 4 dominant approach works. Where else have we seen a 1 dominant to 4 dominant? The blues. So you can just think that's like a little mini blues that happens there. So you're going to go dum, dum, doo, dee, 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 you think blues there for a minute. So that's about measures 5 and 6. So let's decide on a little line that we're going to do for that. And this is a line that he does in class all the time. And it's basically a triplet between the 7th and the root. Right. Actually, what you are is you're doing the 1 dominant. So 7. This is now the E flat 7, and you come down to the 5th and come up to the 7th. Okay, so it's going to be I got rhythm, I got music, and then usually he'll go which ends on the 9, which is really cool. So you'll have I got rhythm, I messed it up. Okay, so, and let's try it the other way using the 4 minor. It still works, okay? And then the bridge. We'll do the bridge on another video. So now we've got measures 5 and 6. Now let's move back and talk about some things to do over the first 4 measures, which are just 1, 6, 2, 5, or a turn back. Now, the scale outline for the turn back is B flat major up to F7 up. And here it is. And then back again. That's the scale outline. Now, B flat major up and F7 up are really just all B flat. So sometimes Barry would do a line like this and he would go da 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 da. So he'll go play that again. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 3 4 1. Sorry, I went, but I just showed you another way you can do that. You can go chromatically down from the third of the E flat. So that's another way of doing that. I mean, it's endless, obviously. You could go, you could use an augmented triad. But I'm getting off the beaten path. Let's just stick to this one. So you got. So learn that. So, and of course it works the other way too. Oh, I messed it up. So that's how to do the first part using only B flat. But obviously, you know, that's good for a couple of choruses. What do you do after that? Okay, so many of you probably know this, but there's a little trick that people do when you start on a G flat 7th on the flat 6. The third of the G flat is the tonic of B flat. So that's where the common tone is, and you would do a cycle and lead you right back to the 1 dominant on measure 5. Let's try it again. So you would have. So again, you would make sure the bass player and or the piano player know you're doing that, even though it sounds okay without it. And then you're gonna go G flat 7 to B flat 7 to B. Sorry, what I'm saying. G flat 7 to B7 to E7 to A7 to D7 to G7 to C7 to F7, and then there's your B flat. Then there's this thing, or either one. So, and you would practice this. Piano players in the left hand, you would go and practice it this way, where the 7th is on the G flat. Practice it the other way, where the 3rd is on the G flat. So every one of these little strategies I'm going to show you, we'll do 3 of them, okay? Every one of these strategies I'm going to show you has 2 sides to them, and we'll take a look at these 2 sides. This probably pushed the video past the 10-minute mark, but we've got a lot of time on our hands now. So anyway, so we've established what we're doing on top of the first 2 measures. So we'll take 3 approaches. The first one, let's call it the monk. Okay? So it'll be the monk, the bias, and the bud. Okay? So the monk is, you'll take the 7th and the 3rd, and you'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 is a pickup, very important. It's and 1 and 2, 1. Here's what it sounds like. Bye bye. The other side of that, instead of doubling the 7th, you would double the 3rd. And let's try the left hand in a different way. So let's say you're playing rhythm and name. And you might go. Do one side one way and the other side on the other half. So that's the monk. Simple, easy to do, and actually works on many songs that use these 2-beat cycle changes. You know, like a moving hands at midnight with the starry sky. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try. So it works on that. Many songs use this schema, and you can just plug that in. So that's the monk. The second one we said is going to be the bias. So here it is. And there are two sides to it again, so let's really break it down. This is, I'm trying to analyze how this works. What you're going to do is you're going to come up the third, fifth, and root of the G flat 7, and then down the scale, down the B flat scale. Okay, so you got, and you're going to do that on the E, to the A, to the D, to the G, to the E, of C. And the other side of that is, instead of coming up the chord and come down the scale, you'd come down the scale first. And then you'd come up the chord on the B. So you come down the G flat scale to the B chord. And then maybe I'll do the other way coming down. So let's say you're playing rhythming, and then maybe you're soloing, and then you start with, let's try again. And then the other time you would do, and so there's that. So now let's break that down, break the two sides down. So you could actually do the ascending chord all the way up. Just the ascending chord. Let's try that. And you can start right in the middle, right? And go. And you could do the descending scale all the way down. So what does that mean? We could do any combination we want. Or, I don't know, I mean, you could do that as the day is long and never repeat yourself. So you got a down way and an up way, and you can do 2 downs and 1 up, and then another 3 downs and 3 ups, and depending on, I mean, depending on the range of your instrument too, you could pivot. I guess that would be what that would be. So that's number 2, the bias. And now the bud. And what does the bud do? This one, shout out to Ches, who showed me this one. And actually, if you know what recording this is on, put it in the comments or something, because I don't. But this is what it is. So you'll come up the 3rd, 5th, and 7th of the G flat 7, and then surround the 3rd of the B, and then you'll come down. That would be the harmonic minor scale. It's actually an A. It's Barry's principle that an A harmonic minor will lead you to A major or A7. Here's the way it is. So you'll go. So on. So that also has 2 sides. It's got an ascending side. That was all of it. Let's try it again. 3, 4. I gotta practice this. Let's try it again. Okay, then, so the descending side is. You can take that all the way down too. It's a little related to the bias in that it's not stepwise. It's. And again, you can do any combination. Okay, so yeah, not a lot of stuff, but keep you busy for a while. So flattening the curve with Barry Harris. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one, which hopefully won't be too far off. Please love your comments, love your ideas, ask questions. Like I said, sooner or later I'm gonna do a live Q&A, so keep an eye out for that. And stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon. Like and subscribe if you liked it and you want to subscribe, of course. Take care. Thanks.